Your boy.
Okay.
Pt1, a.k.a. Lloyd Banks, the pride of Southside. What's up, Mimi?
I'm excited. This is like a long time coming.
Yeah, baby.
What took you so long to come here? What took you so long to get here, man?
Man, don't make me blow you up.
Come.
Don't make me blow you up. Nah, I've been running around, man. Touring. I just came back from France.
Wow.
And Vegas. Shout out to everybody out there, San Diego. I've been making my rounds and just trying to get the money in before they hit me with this promo tour.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, you got two crazy singles out there, Any Girl and Beamer, Benz, and Bentley. Like, how is that on the road? You've been touring internationally, but how is it back in the States now for you?
It's beautiful. You know, to be honest, when I got a chance to come back from overseas, when I dropped Beamer, Benz, and Bentley, what was it, February, I believe?
Yeah.
I dropped it in February, and then I left like a few days after it dropped. So I didn't get a chance to hear it impact.
Yeah.
Like, I heard it when it was rocking, you know what I mean? But I didn't get a chance to hear it when it was everybody's favorite until I got back maybe about a month and a half later. And it was just crazy, man. It just kept my spirits high, you know, because I never lost confidence in myself. You know what I mean?
Right.
I always felt like I was capable of making powerful music. And I think this is just opening up the door for people to realize it.
But you so talented, right? Like on the mainstream side, like these are radio records. Like you're known for this hardcore mixtape stuff, but these are straight up for the ladies.
Yeah, and knowing that I was gonna go that route, that's why I focused my attention on the mixtapes. Before that, you know, I had put out 5 mixtapes: Returning to PLK, Halloween Havoc, Cold Corner, 43082, which dropped on my birthday, and V5, and then went off the momentum of that into the radio record because I didn't want people to be like, because as underground as we were commercial artists, you know, quote unquote. So I wanted to have some kind of substance before I dropped the bomb.
Okay, absolutely. And you're gearing up for the album release, Hunger for More 2. It's coming. What made you keep this name the same? You're still hungry? The
excitement. Well, you know, the record was reminiscent to how I felt when the first one came out. And I already had most of the album done bulk-wise, like as far as the substance, the album, the title, the album tracks. You know, a lot of people now are just getting content with selling singles and, you know what I mean, 2 or 3 singles and push on and nobody listens to your album. And I think that's part of the reasons why we go back and listen to albums like The Hunger for More and Get Rich and you know, and all the rest of the classics is because of the rest of the records. And I didn't want to get away from that. And I felt like the continued success I'm having now, I felt like I owed it to my baby, which is the first project. You know, you have your whole life to make your first album, but you can't get your whole life out in 14 songs.
Right. And you love this music. You love this rap shit, right?
Yeah. Well, one thing I never stopped loving was the music. Everything else around it, I became frustrated at times with, you know, just the business and the fuckery that goes on, you know, with the politics and stuff like that. But when it's all said and done, like if you take the refs away, you still gonna have a ball game. You feel what I'm saying? So that's why sometimes I feel like you got to take the ref away and then get back into who you actually are. And that's what happened for me. So I didn't look at it like it was a negative thing. I did in the beginning, you know, leaving Interscope because that's all I knew, you know, and then me doing it on my own, I think is a scary thing because it just shows artists in their early 20s, late 20s that they can actually have success as an independent artist, you know, while your legs are still strong.
Yeah, absolutely. So you got the Any Girl single. How did that, you know, because that's kind of like a remix, right? You got Lloyd. It was already a record that was done and then you threw Lloyd on it.
It was a record that was done and it was never finished. It was a reference that I had done. A lot of people don't know, but I write like all my cadence, all my R&B cadences. They heard like Karma and Help with Kerry Hilson, like all those records I wrote, and the record leaked out. Somebody hacked into my email.
Damn.
And it got out. But then, fortunately enough for me, contacted Lloyd, and he was in the independent space at the time, and I knew he was hungry and just wanted to work, so it wouldn't be no barriers, you know, nothing stopping it from going down. He flew out to New York, did the record in like 15-20 minutes. And he's a workaholic. You know, he's actually out here, so shout out to him. Shout out to Lloyd. He's in town now.
I love that. And the album turned out great. But Banks, can you have Any Girl? Do you feel like that? The video's a little mini movie.
Yeah, well, you know, that was one of my favorite movies. You know, shout out to Bill Bellamy. That was one of my favorite movies.
The How to Be a Player.
Yeah, man, it just always stuck with me. I believe it's probably over a decade old now.
Yeah.
And I always like I wanted to do a whole movie, like a part 2, you know, and I was like, you know what, let me just squeeze it in here because it just fit the subject matter so good. And I think that the confidence, it's like when Khalees says, my milkshake brings little boys to the yard. It's like, it's the same thing. It's just me speaking from a male's perspective. It's like when you could be broke in the club, but if your outfit costs a lot, then you're only as good as your outfit. You feel me? Right. So that's how I feel sometimes.
Well, introduce the single for me, Any Girl, because that's crazy.
Check this out, man. It's your boy, man, the PLK, Lloyd Banks, and this right here is my brand new smash, Any Girl, featuring the homie Lloyd. Let's get it.
Turn me up, turn me up.